So I'll move to my next topic. It's about copywriting. So basically, important marketing material like say company or profile, your product or service description, social media post description, ad copy for search and banner ads. All of these can be enhanced by copywriting, and the importance of this skill has been magnified because of online media. So everywhere you have to have a really good copy so that the customer will basically notice it in the clutter of all the media that he is subjected to.
Yeah.
So in this, I'll start with Shubrika, of if she could tell the importance actually of the copywriting in digital marketing.
Okay, so to begin with, I think I'll split it in two parts when it comes to, writing per se, specifically for the purpose of marketing. Right now, in this entire OTT, socials, so much going on at the same time era, basically, what we're looking at is there's copy and then there's content. I think a lot of times what people are doing, even marketers, what they're doing is confusing the two. One basic difference in copy and content is that copy sells and content tells. So content is for storytelling. You, as long as you are just informing and sharing your knowledge in your content, that works good. Let people know that this is copy, this is not content, because audience is not stupid. So it's time that we realize that and we start taking that into consideration, that people want to know when they're being sold to. So that's one point that I actually keep in mind every time I'm writing copy. Now copy, another thing is that it has to be really short, like really short. So I think the biggest example of an advertisement in the shortest way is of McDonald's that I recently came across. That McDonald's in some city of California, what they've done is they've placed an ad which is illegal to remove. It can never be removed, and the entire copy is nothing but their logo. That's it. And what they've done is on one of the highways there, they've created the logo out of some like very endangered species of flowers, which is now illegal to pluck in California. So that logo just cannot be removed, and that is wonderful, like a super marketing plan. Every now and then you just go drive by that place, you're going to see the McDonald's logo. The entire globe knows what the McDonald's logo looks like. So of course copywriting is super important, because when you are doing banners or email marketing per se, there's banners in emails also now. When you're doing social posts, when you're reaching out to people in events as well and going out with standees, all of that has to have copy. As short as it is, I think we're now living in a world of shorts. Everything is shorts. Even YouTube has started with short videos. So you have to like grab the attention like this of your audience, because unless you're doing that, the audience is gone, it's lost. Attention span is not the problem. We can give our attention to a 3-hour movie very easily. That's not at all the issue. But then that first minute, that first word has to actually make the impact on the audience. I think that just one other aspect of this being content is, content is just for storytelling. It's there to inform your customers out. So it's high time we should stop trying to use content as copy.
That's great. Muskan, your views on the same?
I totally agree with Shubrika and the point that copywriting is an integral part of digital marketing when it's concerned. But what I feel, a copy which is effective, which is clean communication, is what comes through the end. It doesn't require that a copy needs to have like these really big complex words, like and rather than, it can be as simple as like Shabika has mentioned about the McDonald's copy, or even if you go to Dunzo, even their copy is very very subtle yet elegant, and it just kind of hits the correct spot. And the key to effective copywriting requires obviously the knowledge of vocabulary, but also how to evoke the emotions of the consumers. It needs to connect So, for example, in Indian, I think it's now a trend, a few years now, it's been a few trends that, a lot of brands started to write in Hindi, write in English, all of that just to connect, just like, how Instagram used to be all like English dominated words. Now it is like a mix of Indian and old Urdu words where everyone is trying to connect with the audience. And also, usage of carefully usage of words is also very important. That you have to keep in mind that you're not hurting anyone's cultural sentiments. It might not be offending to you, but you have to make sure what your audience is majorly, or what your audience is like. So keeping that in mind, that it should not offend, because maybe the creative is not offensive, but tomorrow if that person reads the caption, it can be very offensive for people. So I think clean, effective communication is what we need, rather than using just complex words. So yeah.
That's right. Since you are running an agency and say you are hiring social media executives, so do you look at that skill also for that, like the copywriting, because it's used so much and everywhere they post that they will have to have. So what do you think about that?
So obviously, with when I'm looking towards having social media executives in my team, I of course look at the aspect that they should differentiate between good and bad copywriting. They should be, culturally informed, that this copy, maybe the content writer is not informed on that scale, or the socially, because their task is to present the best of the best. But a social media executive has to keep sure that on many levels this might can go right, or this can go wrong. So what I look for in social media executive is to the eye to good content, options, where they work with the content writer closely. They say that, we are targeting, for example, an XYZ community, where, we have a target audience of Gen Z, making sure the caption is very, catchy for a Gen Z, but not offending to a millennial, or a senior citizen. So that what I look for, is that you have to closely work. We have to be aware of the trends. You have to be aware of the society. So I won't say that they have to be good at words, but just, working closely and choosing the best option available, that they can at least predict and analyze what the circumstances can be later.
Yeah.
That's right. And Shubrika, like when like in terms of like when a person is writing, like you said, the copy is for selling and content is to tell. In terms of like anything interesting that you feel like in terms of a differentiator from the same brand, like this is the copy from them and this is say a content.
I think that's so that there are too many to think of, I guess. Yeah, but then
Because I would feel then the taglines
have
would
to
come
think about it.
as the copy part of it, and like which is majorly used in the banners and all. And content would be like say they have put out a video based something, and so obviously the content would come to
Yeah.
writing the script for that or something like that.
So I think OTT media, web series or movies are doing this very well right now. The way I think that's going is that you see a lot of those tiny captions when you go up to Netflix, and there's just a basic summary of the web series. That's something that is getting posted to social media also a lot of times. One superb example of this is the show that came out recently, and this is there in so many of the questions today as an example that I'm going to be using. It's Emily in Paris. That was one recent web series that Netflix came out with, and their captions were their copy. So they actually created an entire Instagram page to start marketing it from the very beginning. And they've just used multiple types of marketing alone in that one web series. But then the content that they've come out with is not at all about what their social media posts are saying. So that their social media posts are all about fashion. And yes, the show is about fashion, but it tells you a lot more about LGBTQ community, living in different cultures, how people from different cultures can be rivals. There's just a lot happening in the background that you can only understand once you actually watch the entire show, which in video format is still content. The other example of this is IDEVA. So the two women, like huge people from IDEVA, Kusha Kapila and Dolly Singh, they are killing it. I am still, considering a lot of their captions as copy because their brand tie-ups are not very explicit. So you won't look at the picture and get to know that, yes, this is a brand tie-up. But then there's copy hidden in the caption anyway. And what they're actually doing is creating entertaining content.